Hey, good evening, people. Good evening. Hello, everybody. I hope all is well with you today. Today was a good day. I just got my, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I start my day off in the world, in the Bible. Go ahead and take it and stop bothering me and go to bed. You guys are not hungry. They want to be hungry again, and I don't just let them indulge and eat, because what they do is they eat like they get the meals they supposed to, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and between snacks. But what they want to do is they want to eat all day. Okay, they ate dinner at about 6:30. It's like 9. They should not be hungry again, so that peach should fill him up. My other daughter won't eat unless it's sweets, and then my other son had a peach, and that should help him out too. But I'm trying to get on the schedule where the kids eat early instead of eating so late at night. And then also preserving. Noel's Big Family Life shows us how to manage meals within 6 days for your family. And the meals that she make is so simple and easy, and it is money saving. Blue Jay Acres, I also watch that page. That's the same lady that owns Noel's Big Family Life owns that page too, Blue Jay Acres. And I get a lot out of her. Okay? And I'm not just saying this just to be saying it. I'm saying it because when I came originally back to YouTube, I wanted to follow big families and women that is like myself, with big families, like to cook, like to bake, just a homemaker, stay-at-home moms. And so that's my original reason for coming back to YouTube and doing the videos so consistently. And when I watch Noel's videos, I'm like, wow. Now she got it going on because she know how to do it. This woman made a meal. They said you gotta use $5 to make a meal to last you 3 days. Not one meal to last you 3 days, but just to get by. What would you buy? I already mentioned this in another video, but when she showed the different types of things she could make for survival for 3 days off of $5, I was like, she like $4.71 or $4.97. That's how much she spent. And when I tell you that this woman knocked it out the ballpark with her meals, she did it. And so now she's on a thing where you're saving your money and you're doing a meal plan for 5 days, and it's budgeting. And I watch and look at the things that she prepares. I'm like, I'm doing it. So 6 blind children, that's a family on here as well. And she made, I believe it was cracked rib stew. And there's a big story behind it. I may not have it right. And I know you guys are like, why is she doing her eyes like that? Because, first of all, these contacts that I have in my eyes are blurring my vision. Time to take them out, But anyway, so she made a stew. And she had her meat at the bottom. And now she had a fancy crock pot. So if you're looking at this video and if you want to give me a big fancy crock pot, give one away, contact me. I will take it as long as it's working, it's in shape, and it ain't out of order. But she had the meat at the bottom. Then she throwed in some potatoes, diced potatoes. Then she throwed in some peas, little circle peas. Then she throwed in the carrots and all that. By the time she got to the top, it was a lot. And she topped it off with a tomato paste type thingy with something. I didn't even get a catch on with how she did it, but she said it was tomato sauce. I know that much was the main one in there. She might have put something else too. She put it on top of it. She put some foil on top of it, and then she put the top on the crock pot. When that meal was done, that was a meal worth cooking for everybody. And guess who did it today? I did it today, but I used pork. And I put the pork at the bottom. I diced my potatoes at the top. I didn't have like all the vegetables that she had, like the carrots. So I did the peas, like regular peas, the long peas, not the stringy ones though. Baby, when I tell you I did a good job, I did a good job. It fed those children. They ate more than one plate. That's why I'm saying they are hungry. I told my son, if you gonna eat, then you can have. You're more than welcome to more food. He don't want it. He wants something different. He wants me to cook something different. Nope, it don't go down that way. I'm at a thing where I'm cooking, and I'm gonna start cooking every night for them. So what I cook is what you eat. And I told my grown kids, they're adults, 18 and 19. I said, when you eat, you got to eat what I cook. You can't go in that refrigerator and eat what you want. You got to eat what I cook. And that's the way we save, and that's the way we preserve. And most people might say, oh, let the kids eat, let the kids eat. But I'm not doing that. That's just senseless to cook a big meal. They eat their dinner, and then they're hungry again about an hour later. Get a snack and go to bed. Okay? That's how I look at it. Now, my eyes was my 49er colors because we won today. They were kind of slacking. You know, it was like we won 2 games. We're 2-0. Let's get comfortable, you know, because we know we got it going on type win. That's the kind of win that was. But I'll accept it and I'll take it. Oh, well, no. So I went to church today. Had a good time in church today. A brother from the church blessed me with $20. I was shocked because he was part of the skit at church. And the skit consisted of him giving his $100 to the pastor so he can do something part of the skit. So when he was done with that, he told him, he asked him what was 10% of 100. He told him, and then he took it and he said, "Here, you hang on to that." And so he did the act out and stuff. He said, "Now give it back to me." He was like, "So what happened was, you had your money, you gave your tithe and offering," whatever he said, "and this is yours to keep." And he looked at him. He was like, "I only got 10 of it. Okay, you gave me what you were supposed to give me. This is yours to keep. This is your money. This is yours to keep." So he looked puzzled, and then I started to put 2 and 2 together. Dang. So what he did was he gave him $100 in the lobby and said, "You're going to be part of the skit. Act like you don't know anything. Just play along with me." And the guy was under the impression he was going to just give him the $100 back, and that going to be that. But he gave him that $100. He said, "This is yours, and this is yours to keep. How about you take the 10% back? Okay, because I'm blessing you. I'm blessing you beyond measure." That's what God do. That's what he was telling us today. So when I was on my way home, I'm walking home. I'm like, I waved bye to everybody. So he did a U-turn, him and his family, and he said, "Here you go. I want to bless you." And he blessed me with some money. Okay. And the fact that things like that happen and you never ever know when that's going to happen, that is amazing. I just really put all my trust. I lay down on the line. I lay down. I lay the kids down. I lay the house down. I lay the dog down. I lay everybody down, because at the end of the day, who I follow is very important. And I always, never, ever, ever forget to say this. If you don't believe, that is your business. I don't have no title to say what you should do and what you shouldn't do, because that then becomes judging. And I can't do that. So if you live in your life a certain way and you don't believe, I'm not going to sit there and just bash it in your head and say, "Oh, you're wrong, this, that, and the third." And God, no. Okay? Instead, I'll pray for you. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Give me your hand, girl," or "Give me your hand, man. You really need it." You really know I'm not going to do any of that, because that's all judging. Make people comfortable around you. If you're deciding that you want to throw a religion off on them, like if you're a Christian, if you are Catholic, whatever you might be, and you want to share your word with them, make sure a person's comfortable. You don't want to make a person uncomfortable. You really don't. And I know some people may come to this video and say, "Well, you're supposed to save souls. You're not supposed to be that way. You're a Christian." But I am who I am, okay? And at the end of the day, God forgives me for my sins. When I do repent, He forgives me. But I sit here and I say to myself, God, I want to help people with the word. I want to share it with the world like I'm doing right now. But I don't want to offend nobody. And I don't want nobody to come and curse me out because I make them feel uncomfortable. Now, if a person sit here and say, hey, look, I don't believe in God. I don't go to church. I've been having some problems with believing, and that's why. Then I can but I can join in on the conversation. And if that door or subject pops up for me to have to go ahead and say something, then that's what I'm going to do. But until then, I'm not going to sit there and drill it in somebody. How fair is that you drilling your religion off on somebody? You don't know what a person might be going through. You don't know what they went through to make them not believe anymore. A person could be going through so much. I was at times where I really wanted to really get away from believing. I didn't want to have anything to do with the Bible. I literally, I'm looking for something right now, guys. Hold on. I literally was mad. I was mad. And you guys might ask, well, why were you mad? Because things wasn't going my way. I felt frustrated. I felt like a loser. I really felt like prayer wasn't working. I felt like God wasn't answering me fast enough. And it put me in a place where I just was like, even when I used to drink, I'm not a drinker anymore. I don't drink no more. But when I used to drink, that was it. That's when it hit me the most. I wanted to go to church, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? I started having in my head, well, what am I going to church for? You know what I'm saying? Nothing's happening. I go every Sunday. What the hell? I was mean. I was awful. I apologized to the Lord, and I stopped being that way because I know that it wasn't working for me. And so, people would ask me, you going to church? You going to church? Was that the door? Huh? Yeah. The doorbell? Yeah. I don't know who this is. Who is it? Deja, was that the door for? I don't know. They got the TV too loud. Hold on. One moment, guys. Who is it? It's nobody. Anyway, so I guess that was God saying stop talking about when you didn't believe, because you believe now, and that's all that matters. Anyway, let's go move right along. That interruption was quick. So that's why when I get on here, I try to help people out the best way I know how. I try to mingle with everybody, and I don't want to be part of the videos of the people clowning folks and being mean to people. I want to be part of life and having fun, enjoying, being at peace, being very peaceful, not starting any drama, not looking for drama, but lifting people up. So when someone comes, I'm sorry guys, when someone comes to my videos, I want them to come and see something. I want them to see something in me that they are seeking. So if someone is coming in and they say, let me view this young lady's video, because right now I'm feeling a little down and depressed, and I want to know if she can help me out, if I can relate to anything that she's saying. Yes, I've been through depression. Yes, I've been at a point where I felt suicidal, but I was like, nope, I ain't doing it because I'm scared. And plus, when you know and have knowledge of suicide and where your soul might end up, that really scares you. I feel so bad for people who do commit suicide and succeed, who do, because you don't know what a person is going through. A person can seem to be happy, and then all of a sudden you hear about them. Like, how many times have we heard about people killing themselves, committing suicide, and they looked like they were having the utmost fun with life, but they wasn't. Something in their life was bothering them. Something in their life was hindering them. And I'm speaking to you. So if something's hindering you, something's bothering you, seek someone to talk to. You need some. You don't want to talk the worst thing you can do for a person who is suicidal, depressed, or anything is to tell them otherwise. That's the worst thing you could ever do. And what you need to do is, because I've been in a place where I've talked someone out of suicide. We were on the phone talking, and they were just tired with life. And when they talked to me, they had already taken the medications, and they took a whole bottle of their mental health medications, and suicide kicked in. Not suicide, but drowsiness kicked in, and then they were almost at death. And it was bad. I stayed on the phone with them, screaming, hollering, yelling, hoping that their significant other would come and see them. And when they came into the room, they were like very furious. They got on the phone, and I told them straight up, I've been on this phone for about almost 2 hours trying to talk this person out of suicide, letting them know their worth, letting them know who's there for them, letting them know who they would leave behind, and the tragic hurt that they would leave behind if they did what they did. And then days later, they just kind of went off of radar, and I hadn't talked to them for like 2 months after that. When I finally did speak to them, they were in the right state of mind and thanked me for it. So I don't speak against anybody. If you're depressed, if you're having issues, life problems, I'm going to talk you through it. If you are in a situation where you are in a situation where you're facing divorce, or you are divorced, are you going through one, like I said, facing it, I'm going to talk with you. If you are having troubles in your relationship, unless this person is being super duper abusive, like black eye, bloody nose, all that, I'm not going to talk you into staying in that, because that's just abuse. And I know a lot of people might say certain things are abuse, but if you can hold on and let God, then I'm going to help you with that. Okay, but if you feel like it's a no-go, and you want to just stop, I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help every person that come my way through their problems. I'm not going to speak against it, and I'm not going to tell you what you don't want to hear. I'm not going to tell you things like shape up, do this, look at yourself, blah, blah this, blah, blah that. Because they can turn around and go home, and that's it. So be kind and be nice to people, and be genuine to people. My friend Chrissy online told me today, if you give some advice, you have to practice what you preach and walk it out yourself. So what does that mean? That means that I can't be on here talking about giving people positive energy for their negative energy when I'm giving out negative energy. So I say every day to everybody to give positive energy, good vibes, good energy. Return that smirky look that someone is giving you in the morning to it. Good morning, how you doing? And you will be amazed at the smile you might get on their face when they say good morning back. When people want to treat you bad, you pray for them. Okay? Try to make things right if you're in a situation that is hindering your mental and coming up against your peace. Because I have done it. I know that I ain't done nothing wrong, but if I'm in a situation where that the other person is angry or the other person don't want to talk with me or whatever, I'm going to pray for you, because, and then I'm going to also try to make it right, because I want my peace mental. And when I say peace mental, I mean my mind, my peace, my everything. Peace is my everything after God. It's God first and what he want me to do, and then my peace. As long as I have my peace, you ain't got nothing to worry about. We all happy, okay? But if you're giving me my peace, then I'm good to go. You know, like my husband, he walks around all day and he says, "You don't like me. Why you don't talk to me? Why you don't do?" I do talk to you. I'm just in a peaceful place right now, and everything that you want to talk about might not interest me, but I'm gonna still engage into the conversation, because I'm not gonna say, "Hey, look, I don't want to talk to you about that junk." I'm gonna just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people really need you to just listen, whether they talking crap, or whether they talking sense. Just listen. So lately I just been on YouTube, just looking at the ladies cooking and so on and so forth, and the life that everybody lives is just so there with me. You know, I'm in the process of moving. So we're getting everything together as time go on. Next week we got a lot of bulky stuff that's going out to the garbage. I'm putting all my pots and pans out there. I am taking away a lot of this negative energy, and ain't none of it coming with me to my new place. I have plans to let my daughter sage throughout my new home and put crystals in every corner of the house. Seriously. You want to ask me, what is the sage going to do? Keep that negative energy away from my doorstep and in my house. What are the crystals going to do? Just throw out all kind of positive energy. Just throw it on out. It's like going to be a magnet to positive energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you want to be my friend, come on in and subscribe to my channel. I rant and I rave, okay? I'm the lady that rant and just rave. So whenever you try to describe me to anybody, you can say the lady with the moles on her face, bumps on her face, whatever you want to say. She got the short, curly hair with the wrap around it, and she wears the makeup, sometimes heavy makeup with contacts, okay? And she drinks her coffee late night, beats smoking a cigarette, because if I wanted to smoke, I would, and it would be cigarette and coffee. But I don't. And then she sometimes yell at her kids, "Turn that down, I'm on the thing." So that's why it says "we on the thing," because I got that from the Universal family and Maria Brumfield and Damian Brumfield. Sweetest couple you could ever go by and see. I'm going to tag them in my video as well. And so you guys go visit them, okay? They play music on Saturday nights. They start